Hey folks, Jonathan here. Okay, I am finally doing something that I've really wanted to do. I'm actually doing a foundation for our big Erie engine. Here's the base. And anyway, we're setting it just where I was talking about setting it. We've got our other engines over here. You get where you can see. And then I'm sitting on the outside of this building, and then I'm going to build on over top of it when I'm done with it. So we're trying to get the, well, I'm trying to get the foundation done. So I've got that poured at 6 inches with rebar. As you can see, I got a hole in the center, and in the bottom of that I've got gravel, and that way if it did get wet in there, rain in there, it will drain. It don't need any more than that here with all the sand we've got. Like I said, I just put some gravel in it, and that'll take care of all that. Concrete should do fine. It's 4,000 psi with rebar. So getting ready probably tomorrow to either pour this or start bricking. Now we're using the antique used bricks. These was originally probably from Vass, North Carolina, and they would, you know, well over 100 years ago. The building was tore down, and then the bricks were used as a floor in a garage, and it was a 2-stall garage, believe it or not. So I bought all of them. There was about 2,200 bricks, I think, total, and I got 4 pallets like that. So and they're all old and used, and a lot of them are handmade. So a lot of them don't match, as you can see probably right there. That orange one, you can see it's a little bit taller. Now all these bricks are longer, and that tells you that they're handmade, older bricks. But there's a few of them that's a little bit taller. Most of them are 2 1/4. I think that's the going size, and then there's a few that's going to be taller. Now I will either mix them in or I may pull them out. I just wanted to lay this out to get an idea on what we're doing here, and hopefully I can get to work on this, because I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I feel like me not getting this done is me not getting where I want to get to. You know, we've got the Bates engine set up. Now we learned a lot from that, so maybe this other stuff won't take quite as long, and I can get them set up and you know, running. So anyway, that's what we're working on now. Now I'll have to do one more foundation on the other side of that hole right up that way for the block bearing. Now I didn't do the pit really deep on this one because I wanted to try to get as much as that curved stroke flywheel out of the ground as I could. I like the looks of it. I think it's going to look a lot better with it being up in the air, and it's still low enough I can, you know, get the roof over it, but high enough that you can really see it good. All right folks, definitely not a professional job, but here's our bricks. This is our flywheel pit. So now we're working on this, and I ran out of rebar, of course, so I put cams in there, and you know, maybe not the correct thing to use, but it'll be okay. So anyway, flat tappet cams. These are overhead cams off of some kind of a 6-cylinder inline. All right folks, there's our small foundation, there's our big foundation. So tomorrow is break time. We're going to get at it and try to get as many bricks as we can done, and I don't know how much I'll get done, but if my back's hurting like it is right now, I won't get a lot done. But anyway, we're going to try. So we've got this pedestal to build, and we got that to build. So I want to build that first and get it to a height to where this flywheel is just above, you know, the pit like it needs to be. You can see the way that we left it. I left it open. Me and the voices in my head. So yeah, the way we done it. Okay folks, what's the chances of finding the governor for a Hamilton cordless engine? That's crazy, ain't it? So a friend of mine sent me pictures of this. He bought this in West Virginia. He lives in Pennsylvania, but he bought this in West Virginia years ago, and had it sitting at his house, and I finally got it down here yesterday, and it bolts right on. So this is a Governor 4 Hamilton. Not sure what size Hamilton, but it's going to work on this one. So we got our Governor. So we'll slowly continue to put this one together, but that's not the one we're working on the foundation for. All right, folks, been laying brick, and I got to clean up my mess, and I got to go through and do some joint work and make it look a little better. But it's not perfect by any means, but it is good enough for who it's for. And this was a full pallet, and this is all we've used so far. Now I've still got this to do, and that's going to be next. And for the outboard bearing, I went up, so I went 22 inches up with that. Well, I needed 22 inches. I ended up with 24. And that's going to put us, it was originally going to be 3 inches off the bottom, but we should be about 5 inches off the bottom. So that'll get us enough to get up around these. So it should work out just fine. And so the flywheel pit should do what it's supposed to do anyway. And again, I made this high because I really like the engine, and I want as much of the flywheel out for people to see as I can. There's one of these engines at the old mill that I run. It's a Batesty Ironworks engine, and it's up high also, but it don't have any flywheel pit, but it's on a steel I-beams and stuff, and it just don't do that engine justice. It's a beautiful old early box bed with curved spokes, and it needs to have a foundation that's worthy of the engine. And I'm not saying that my work's worthy, I'm saying the brick's worthy. And these are all antique bricks, all different sizes, I mean, there's different thicknesses. There's some with holes, some without holes. I found one so far that had writing on it. I hope I can find some more. Like I said, we got 3 more pallets also. And honestly, I got $150 in all 4 pallets and of bricks. You know, we're not hurting with that. And I've got 4 pallets of new bricks also, but I really didn't want to use them. So we'll just stick with these old ones. But anyway, the outboard bearing foundation is coming up. It's going to be next. Got to figure out the height on it and all. So everything's working out good, and we're going to figure out what we're going to do inside this thing. The engine goes from side to side and will be on all bricks down each side. The end is a little longer than what it needed to be, and that's okay because, you know, we can account for that with no problem. And I'm probably going to put cinder block in here and maybe some more bricks, and we will probably I don't know if I'm going to pour concrete on the top yet. I might do that. I've got 8 bags left, and maybe 9 or 10 bags. I probably got some in the building, but I might bring it up to you know, maybe 2 inches and just do 2 inches of concrete on top, or 3 inches or something. I hadn't figured out for sure, but the thing is as you can see on this base, it's open inside. So it's only 2 sections there that would really need to be supported, and need to figure out where them are at, which is not hard because I know where the flywheel is going to be, center. And so everything's basically works off the center of flywheel. You know, your flywheel, the depth, you know, of course it's an 8-foot flywheel, so it's 4 foot from center of flywheel down. I'm sorry, yeah, center flywheel, but center crankshaft down, it's 4 foot. You figure 16.5 inches from the center down to the bottom of here. It's 22 inches from the center to the back farthest section. So everything is measured from center of crankshaft, and that's pretty much what you need to do to be able to get everything like it needs to be, because I don't have any drawings or, you know, the schematics for the foundation or anything like that. All right, folks, unfortunately the time has changed. It gets dark earlier, so normally I'd start an hour earlier, but my back won't let me start an hour earlier. So anyway, all the brickwork, basically all the brickwork is done. This is for the outboard bearing, the pit, and the main. So I know you can't see much in the dark, but we're gonna do some more on it before we set the engine. And it's going to take a while for it to set up anyway, but anyway, we're going to keep at it and get this engine together. So All right, appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, bye.